Good afternoon, YouTube. It's your man, Lara Procopio page. Coming to you live on YouTube. Well, I saw this on our LDWMAC Facebook page, and it was posted, I think, by my man. I think it was I think it's Marcus Bell. It's Marcus. He's a big helper. He came on the other night. Him and Gucci 23 when I did my Muscle Talk Monday. And I really support, they really support me. I support him. One of these days, Marcus got to come on and chop it up with me. But anyway, this was posted that just recently, MMA fighter got busted for taking steroids. And truthfully, it was two MMA fighters. Now, the first one here is one Duda Santana. Now, Duda Santana, she last fought, I think she fought against Bay Maleki, and her career has come to an end. She's a fighter out of Brazil, and she tests positive for a banned substance. Now, her manager confirmed that this on Monday. Now, her nickname is Cowboy Zitha. If you see the page, you know what her nickname is. It's Cowboy something. I think she's trying to be like that for more. But like I said, she was having a tough time. The USADA anti-doping agency busted her back in February 11th, 2020, and she was served a 2-year suspension. But now she's no longer with the UFC. She was just dropped. But what I was hearing, she was very poor. She was struggling, and she was buying supplements and stuff so she can stay in condition and get ready for fight ready. And some of the substances were tainted. And you gotta be careful, especially if she's still in Brazil and she's buying stuff. You gotta be careful. And Brazilians get this rap for just being steroid abusers, but everybody uses steroids. Now, Santana was 3-1. She fought against Bay Maleki back in June of 2019, and they signed her because the visa was issued to force her out of Dana White's Containment Series, withdrew from UFC fights with Tracy Cortez and Sarah Apar. Remember, Sarah Apar is the one who got beat the hell up by Jesse Jess, last weekend. Now, it's just a struggle for a lot of UC fighters, especially for a black woman from Brazil. She's here in the States. She may not know speak the language too well, especially English, and she's struggling, and she's getting help and assistance from other people who help her out the best I can. Her family's from the what they call the City of God slum. I think that's where they based the movie of City of God years ago. And she has a daughter, and they were living with several other family members. Now she's no longer have a job, and she's gonna have a hard time, especially if she go back to Brazil. She probably can fight in Brazil, but the real money here is in the States. But at the same time, another fighter from Brazil got popped for use of a substance. This is Lara Procopio. Oh, I can't say the name right. I'm putting descriptions. I'll just call her Lara. I'm not good with these Brazilian names, so I'm just gonna call her Lara. Now, Lara got busted also for taking a banned substance. And well, here's the same thing about this. Lara got a 6-month suspension. Now, she's a Brazilian fighter also, and she also fights in the bantamweight division. Now, she accepted a 6-month suspension, which was for the violation of the UFC's anti-doping policy. And she was a 6-1, and she was 0-1 in UFC, and she's only 24. Now, it says positive for the antibiotic agent astrenarine. I think that's what it is. At a competition during, the test conducted on February the 24th. And that was maybe 2 weeks from the last time from when Duda got busted. Now she gets a 6-month suspension and is backdated to the administration of the test, meaning her suspension period ended August. Now, here's the matter. I would say the UFC. This is how USADA said it. The matter is that USADA announced today that Lara, of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil accepted a 6 month sanction for a violation of the UFC anti-doping policy. Now she's only 24, yada yada yada. The collected the competition of February 17th of this year, and it's Austrian as a non-specific specified substance in the case of antibiotic agents and prohibited at all times under the UFC anti-doping policy. Now, it's known as MK2866 and another name I'm not going to say. So, but it's illegal and sold. It's legally sold worldwide as a performance enhancing, substance. Okay, now what set these two ladies apart? You can tell what set the two ladies apart, and especially what's been going on in the UFC, especially what happened with Tanisha Tennant, what happened with Angela Hill, and it's about color. Now, this one woman who probably couldn't barely afford the drug she needed gets 2 years and she gets dropped. While this other lady, she gets 6 months, but her 6 months ended in August, and now she can lie to fight. Yeah, we all know what the truth is. I don't know what they want to say. 2 years for one and 6 months for another. Now, this lady, I think she made a deal or something, and I think the other lady, cowgirl, I'm gonna call her cowgirl. She, she probably didn't think she had done anything wrong. She was taking a supplement for her, just to keep herself in shape and just fight ready. But and I think she's a little bit older. I think she has a daughter, so that means that she had to be at least over 30. Depending how old her daughter is, and she is a woman of color. And in Brazil, there's a very precious underbelly of Brazil. If you watch Brazilian TV or like that, I remember I was watching a video where they said that a lot of people who are dark skinned Brazilians are not promoted on television. They rarely get a face on television. It's you might play a role like something like a mammy or something but generally, it's just very prejudiced against dark skin, and it's also even in the. And I remember I was watching a special on PBS where, in Mexico, that dark skinned Mexicans were seen as not the best ones. I mean, I remember the actress, what's her name? She was married to Tony Parker, and how she said she was called a dark skinned one of her family, and and she's not that dark. She's tan. But like I said, because you gotta remember, roundabout in North America, I mean South America through Mexico was mostly a lot of. If you go to places like Argentina, Venezuela, more of your people are gonna look like regular white people. If you go to Spain, the same thing. Just because they speak the Spanish language, but then you have more of your poor people, lower class people are going to be a little bit mixed, going to be a little darker. But like I said, this is what it's about. It's about this one woman here who was struggling, trying to make a living for herself and take care of her child. This one woman here was, I think, knowingly taking a banned substance. She was knowingly taking it, and this one, like I said, Laura, and Duda, she just, she probably was taking drugs, trying to keep herself in shape, but didn't know, and she's struggling right now. Now I'm gonna try to find if Duda has any social media stuff, Twitter, something like that. I'm gonna post. She might even have a GoFundMe somewhere, and maybe somebody might reach out and help her out because she does need help. I mean, coming to UFC is a big chance for big money for anybody, especially from Brazil. And a good majority of the fighters that UFC recruit is from Brazil. I don't know how you saw that she can't fight for. She may not can't fight in the UFC, but she can go back to Brazil if there's anything going on, especially with COVID going on. COVID's the thing that just hurt a lot of opportunities and jobs. She can, if she try, maybe go and cross overseas and fighting in at one champion. But right now traveling outside the United States is nearly next to impossible. But like I said, I mean, I wish the best of luck for Duda. I mean Santana, and and for Laura, we know what you did. You choose to take those drugs. This is not a mistake you made. You made a deal. Well, I think she pulled a John Jones. She snitched on somebody. And I think that's probably who she snitched on was Duda. You know. It's your man all the way at George Page. Like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.